America just got to another tragic milestone of 250,000 lives lost to COVID. But people still can't agree on what to do about it. Take a look at the messages coming from the White House and Republican leaders like South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem.
There are many states that do have mask mandates in place, and some that do not. But I look at their rate of spread, and the fact is that cases are increasing in many of those states as well. I don't want to approach a policy or a mandate just looking to make people feel good. I want to do good and actually put forward provisions that make a difference for families.
I think a lot of the guidelines you're seeing are Orwellian. That's not the American way. We don't lose our freedom in this country. We make responsible health decisions as individuals.
I don't even know what to say. Here's a reality check. A Minnesota ICU nurse gave to President Joe Biden just yesterday. And watch this, because this is from somebody who's in the middle of it. Take a look.
I myself have held the hand of dying patients who are crying out for their family that they can't see. We need to act quickly to protect our healthcare workers so that we can save as many lives as possible. Thank you.
Mary,
I'm sorry, I'm so emotional.
No.
It's just...
You got me emotional.
I mean, we are 9 months into this pandemic. What the hell is going on? People still not on the same page about all this? What is happening? What do you think? I mean, it's crazy, Sarah.
Well, this virus has been hijacked as a political message, and that's the problem. Straight out of the gates, the current president, President Trump, and the administration turned this into a political message. The refusing to wear a mask became a rallying cry, and they leaned into it, flagrantly disregarding all the science. And I think the other thing is the mask wearing, you know, like this was always a three-part action plan. It was wear your mask, socially distance, and wash your hands. It was always the three of those together, and it wasn't 100% gonna, eliminate the virus, but it was our best weapon, and that's straight from doctors and scientists, people we've had on this show who told us that's what you need to do. Right now, actually, the top 5, so in the states with the highest cases per 100,000 residents in the last 7 days who have contracted the disease, they're all 5 Republican governors. Like the South Dakota governor, who's really in the thick of it, they have a 60% infection rate in their population. And she says she wants to do good. I am blown away that she can't seem to see that this is the frontline workers that are sacrificial lambs, essentially, because every patient that goes into the hospital is being treated equally, whether they were disregarding the science or not. It's just, I'm dumbfounded at this point why people aren't getting on board.
Well, here's the big problem, I think, and maybe Sonny can attest to this. You know, people have the information. Like in the Dakotas, they say, well, we don't have too many people who are ill. Then everybody goes there, and now suddenly you're the hot spot, and you're still pretending it's not there. Or Kayleigh McEnany is saying, you know, this is not really happening the way that everyone thinks it is. What do you think, son? I mean, why is everyone sort of stalling out on this?
Yeah, well, good morning. I was having some technical difficulties, but I'm back.
No worries.
You know, I think it comes from the rampant disinformation that was coming from the campaign. I mean, we know that we had a president who knew about this at least as early as December and kept a lot of that information away from the public. And then once he started talking about it, he politicized masks and told people, you know, not to wear a mask. And then on top of it, you know, there was this sort of rumor going around that it's a hoax, that it's really not a big deal, and that Democrats were making just a big deal out of it. So I think it's just no surprise, quite frankly, that you see that there are the states with Republican governors that are unwilling to put some of these mandates in place, and they're just not taking care of the population. And what was also interesting to me, I was reading yesterday that 50% of Republicans, at least half, believe that Donald Trump, that there was rampant voter fraud and that Donald Trump really did win the election. So that's so it's not shocking that if they believe that, they also believe everything that is coming out of this administration. And it's just been lie upon lie upon lie, and it's led to more and more death.
It's willful ignorance. I'm sorry. You know, at some point, you know what you're looking at. He did not win. He lost. And no amount of hand-wringing or praying to the Lord to say, Lord, make him. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He lost. He lost this election. And because he lost, all those people who now have the virus, who don't make it from now until January 20th, this blood is on his hands. Because this isn't like he's sitting around thinking, how can I help? He's sitting around doing nothing. He's doing nothing. And he knows what he needs to do, and he's not doing it, and neither are these Republicans. And I don't know when America turned into this particular version of America, but I got to tell you, I don't like it. I've always had, you know, we've always had conversations where you don't agree with people. But I've never seen a president that didn't care whether people lived or died. And it's very clear.
Yes.
And because he's like that, now the other Republicans seem to be following, not all of them, but a bunch of them seem to be following the same mandate, that it doesn't matter. All that matters is their party. This is a new America. I don't know how you deal with it, because it's not based in reality. And that's kind of freaky.